Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So lately, as some of us already know, there's been a lot of tension coming out of South Africa. Tension regarding immigration, regarding what they are calling foreigners. Other Africans living in South Africa at the moment, Africans from Zimbabwe, my home country, Africans from Nigeria, from Ghana, and other countries. And there's been many conversations as well. Many conversations, I've listened to some of them. So Africans are asking, whatever happened to African unity? What happened to that? And also there's been conversation about borders, our borders, because people are saying, if you know your history, then you know that these borders were imposed on us. So there's been a lot of conversations, and if you've been online recently, then you probably have seen videos circulating about South Africans giving other Africans in that country a deadline to leave the country. And in one of the videos that I watched, the South African was talking to another African, say that the deadline was the 30th of June 2026. That is what I heard when I listened to that clip. What I've seen are anti-immigration groups in South Africa who are pushing this forward, who are pushing for this. They want Africans to leave South Africa. Actually, what they are saying is, we want undocumented migrants to leave South Africa. And this situation has caused a lot of concern, to the point that countries like Zimbabwe, Ghana, Nigeria, Lesotho are asking their citizens to be more vigilant. Some countries are even making plans to evacuate their citizens from South Africa. That's how serious the situation has become. The tensions have grown quite significantly over the months. And what interests me is not only what is happening in South Africa. What really interests me is what this reveals about Africa, period. Because what is happening in South Africa goes much deeper than just immigration. It reveals something deeper, something going on, something beneath the surface, something that is brewing on the continent, across the continent itself, even globally. That is what it reveals to me. Because people are frustrated. The cost of living is rising. Everywhere the cost of living is rising, and jobs are limited. And also public services are under pressure as well. So when things are like that, when there's so much tension going on, when people are frustrated and all of that, conversations about immigration, about borders, about resources, about jobs, who's taking our jobs and all of that, these sort of conversations pop up. People start having these conversations about immigration because people have to find someone to blame. It is just human nature. People want to find a way to explain their situation, a way to make sense of what is happening. And we are seeing this in Europe, we are seeing this in America, and now, most recently, we are starting to see this in Africa itself, these anti-immigration campaigns. And I think that this forces us to confront something uncomfortable as Africans. It forces us to question what happened to African unity. Where are things going on the continent? Like, where are we going? Where are we headed to? Another question as well is, what does African unity actually mean in practice? Have we ever thought about that? Because we talk about Pan-Africanism, because online, Pan-Africanism sounds beautiful. We are one people, we are one Africa. Borders were created by colonialism and all of that. It sounds beautiful. And when people are talking about it, it sounds inspiring. This is the reality, but real life becomes more complicated when resources are limited. When people cannot find jobs, you find that citizens then become insecure. And that insecurity, we are seeing it play out in real time in South Africa. It is playing out. Don't get me wrong. A country has got a right to discuss immigration, to put policies in place, to make sure that things are under control. A country has a right to do that, and also to protect its borders. But we also need to ask ourselves as Africans, why are we so quick to be divided when we are facing a difficult situation? Why are we so quick to turn on each other when things get hard? Why are we redirecting our frustrations towards fellow Africans? Because if we're to be honest, we already know the answer to this. The answer lies in our history. Africa was divided economically, politically, emotionally, psychologically, and also geographically. We were divided, and this left a lot of havoc. This created a lot of havoc among Africans. Colonial borders separated ethnic groups. They separated communities. They separated people who had grouped themselves according to language, according to their culture, according to their traditions. These colonial borders, when they came, they didn't take any consideration for any of that. They just separated people. These borders separated people in Africa that were once able to move freely across Africa. They knew where they belonged. Africans knew where they belonged without needing these borders. They traded with one another. They moved freely without needing borders. So over time, because of this, nationalism replaced African unity. That unity that existed before was now replaced by nationalism. I belong to Zimbabwe, I belong to South Africa, I belong to Nigeria, I belong to Kenya, because the borders were there now. They could no longer be ignored. Psychologically, they created something in us. Psychologically, they created that division that was not there before. And I also think that there's another layer to this issue, because scarcity changes human behavior. Because when people feel secure, unity is easier. It is easy. But when people feel threatened, then survival instinct kicks in. This is human nature. We all want to survive. We all want to make sure that, nothing is disturbed in our lives. And this is why I think that what is happening in South Africa is not just about immigration. It's about identity. It's about economics. It's about fear. It's about belonging. It's about frustration. And many Africans abroad are also experiencing this kind of situation. Because as I said, when people feel threatened, then that survival instinct kicks in. And I think that this is the conversation that South Africans need to have with themselves. They need to ask themselves some soul-searching questions as to what exactly is this about? Is this about other fellow Africans, or is this about a situation that they need to deal with that has got nothing to do with their fellow Africans? Because another question as well they need to ask themselves, or we need to ask ourselves as Africans, is does it mean that African unity only makes sense when things are good, when the economy is good, when life is good, when we have got jobs, when everything is hunky-dory? Is that what it means? Are we reducing African unity to that? And with the way the world is going, with the way things are changing, I worry that we are going to face tougher times very soon. And if as Africans we can't even unite, right now when things are bearable, a little bit more bearable, what chance do we have when things get really bad? What chance do we have? So anyway, this is the video. I don't know what you think. As always, feel free to share your thoughts. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.